The year 2000 was the second year for LEGO Star Wars, and it was a really incredible one. There were so many amazing sets released, as well as iconic builds and minifigures for the first time. The year also introduced really important sub-themes still going on now, as well as some really fun other ones. Let's begin taking a look at the playsets, starting off with the smallest one, the original Desert Skiff. So this set only contained 55 pieces, and it's actually a really great build. It captures the movie likeness really well, especially for such little pieces. Great price, and you get two amazing minifigures. An exclusive Jedi Master Luke, and this was the first wave to include Han Solo, and this was an exclusive variation as well. So not to say this was just a fun little set, great price, great minifigures, and a good build, and it's fun to see how it's changed over the years. The next set based on episode 1 was the Gungan Patrol, and I absolutely love it. It contains 77 pieces, and this is the only LEGO set to include a Kadu. I think that's what they're called, and they're a really cute mold, and I wish LEGO made them again. Then for minifigures, we get an exclusive Gungan Soldier as well as Jar Jar Binks. So another great set, and this would also be a cool remake. I'd love to get some more Kadoos. The next set staying on the Phantom Menace was the first ever Flash Speeder. It contained 106 pieces. And I'm not exactly sure what it is about this set. I just really like the build. It's super simple, but looks really good. Then we also get an exclusive Naboo security officer. And this set did actually get remade in 2015. Then coming up next, returning to the original trilogy, we have the first ever A-Wing fighter. This set contained 125 pieces, and it's another really good build. It captures the design from the movie really well, especially for such limited pieces. We get two minifigures, we get the mechanic, as well as a pilot. And it's been a while since we've had an A-Wing, so it'd be cool to get a new one. This list is basically just turning into a remake wish list, where there's a lot of great sets here for the first time. And speaking of which, one of the best sets from the entire year was the Trade Federation AAT. This set looks so good, it's aged really well. Like, this could have released nowadays, and I still think it would look really good. It only contained 158 pieces, and I believe this is the only one from episode 1 that's been made. Actually, there might have been a micro fighter, and the set contained 2 battle droids. Next up, one of the most iconic starships of all time. It's the original Boba Fett starship, Slave One. And this one is a little bit rough around the edges. It hasn't aged as well as some of the other sets, but it's still a decent build and captures the shape well enough. And of course, we get the iconic and legendary original Boba Fett. And that helmet and jetpack mold is just perfect and so nostalgic. And this one also included the first ever Carbonite Han Solo, which is also just as nostalgic and amazing. The set only contained 166 pieces, and this build has definitely improved significantly over the years. The next set takes us back to episode 1. We have the Pod Racer bucket, and this is actually a really impressive set for only containing 291 pieces. We get 4 pod racers, including Anakin Skywalkers, Clegg Holdfasts, Neva Keys, as well as Alder Beedos, which is a crazy lineup of names. All the builds also look pretty good, and one of the play features about this set is that you can mix and match and make your own pod racer, which is a lot of fun. It contained 3 minifigures, including Jar Jar Binks, a young Anakin Skywalker, then finally Alder Beedo, who's one of the most cursed figs of all time. It kind of looks like when you're a kid and you just mash all your minifigures together to create an abomination, but he's still pretty iconic. Overall, another really good set. Like I said, it's really impressive you get so many builds with such little pieces. The next set is another ship we don't see too often. It's the original B-Wing, only containing 338 pieces, and for so little, it's another really good build. Very simple, but it captures the design well, and you do also get a small Rebel base, as well as 3 minifigures. Once again, getting the Rebel Technician, Rebel B-Wing Pilot, as well as R5-D4. So once again, another great original set, and it actually hasn't been remade too many times. I think the last one was in 2014, but it did get a pretty impressive Ultimate Collector Series 1 in 2012. Next up is the second biggest playset from the year. It was the first ever Trade Federation MTT, and still all these years later, it holds up really well. The build and design looks pretty good, and it looks decently accurate to the movie. It contained 470 pieces. Then for minifigures, we got 7 battle droids. It would have been nice if we got a few more, but overall, still a really good set. As well, we have seen this set be remade quite a few times, with 2007 being my personal favorite. And this year, we also got the first ever Clone Wars one with the grey and blue color scheme. Then finally, one of the most iconic Star Wars sets ever, it's the original Millennium Falcon, which only contains 663 pieces. And just like I said for pretty much all of these sets, for a first attempt, it's really good. The build is decent and captures the movie design really well, although it is a little bit rough around the edges. I think it improved a lot over the years. Even the 2004 version was a big improvement, but still a great and super nostalgic set. It did have a small interior, and you can place your minifigures in the cockpit. Speaking of which, the minifigure lineup was amazing. We got the first ever Han Solo in his iconic outfit, the first Chewbacca with the amazing original head mold, as well as the first Princess Leia, as well as C-3PO. The set also included Luke Skywalker and R2-D2, but those also released last year. So an amazing selection of minifigures. They make me so nostalgic, and it must have been so exciting getting these characters as well as the Falcon for the first time. And that was it for the main playsets of the year. A really amazing selection. So many great sets for the first time, as well as really great minifigs. My favorite sets would definitely have to be the Falcon and the AAT, and for the minifigs, my favorite has to be the original Boba Fett. It's such a perfect minifigure. This year also gave us some incredible sub-themes. It was the beginning of the Ultimate Collector series. We got 2 sets this year. We got the amazing TIE Interceptor, which contains 703 pieces and is such a phenomenal build. Then we also got probably my favorite set from the year was the X-Wing Fighter. This one contained 1,300 pieces, which at the time was really massive and the biggest Star Wars set. The build was so good, and all these years later, it holds up really well. The year also gave us some surprisingly great Technic sets. We got a really good Battle Droid, which had 363 pieces. Then we also had a Pit Droid, which had 223 pieces. And then finally, my favorite Technic set from the year was the Destroyer Droid, or the Droidica. A really great build, and this one contained 558 pieces. Then finally, one of the coolest things about this year was the minifigure packs, which were really cheap $5 sets, which gave you some of the most iconic Star Wars characters of all time. We had minifigure pack 4, which contained a Battle Droid Commander as well as 2 Battle Droids. Minifigure pack 3, which gave us Chewbacca as well as 2 Scout Troopers. Then the last 2 were kind of insane for minifigures. We had one which had Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, Han Solo as well as Boba Fett. Then finally my favorite, the Sith pack, which had the original Darth Vader, Darth Maul as well as the first ever Emperor Palpatine. So for only $5, being able to get some of the best characters from the sets is really amazing value for money. I really wish LEGO still did something like this. And that is it for the year 2000. In my opinion, one of the best years for LEGO Star Wars. We got so many incredible playsets and sets for the first time, like the Millennium Falcon, Slave 1, as well it was the beginning of the Ultimate Collector series. It also had a really good variety this year with Technic sets as well as the minifigure packs. But most importantly, let me know what you thought of this year. Which ones are your favorite sets and which ones are your favorite minifigures? As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.